Kumasi, Asantemai, Ghana, and across the globe. It's another brand new day with us here, and we thank God for how far He has brought us. Let me say this to you. The beautiful road of I don't care will finally lead you to the ugly city of had I known. The beautiful road of I don't care will lead you finally to the ugly city of had I known. So whatever you are doing, be conscious of it. Never say, I don't care. Let it happen. Never say, I don't give a damn. I don't mind. It will lead you to the ugly city of had I known, and in that city, you will care, you will mind, but it might be too late. The beautiful road of I don't care will finally lead you to the ugly city of had I known. Good morning to you all. My name is Omanhene Yaw Adu-Boakye. I've always been your man in the morning. And I'll pay you tenase for some reakopem known to ye de agudi hunsem ebeba non son abra brighto babe tenase na in the world of sports all the headlines both foreign and local and no playoffs no be ashase e koso no am Atletico Madrid omu etu emre no omu ewo esie no so na de Club Brugge na nyagro other matches so koso. And then what is the latest? Stay tuned when the man Brighto gets seated. And you may be Brighto the Jumedia ya tudin Monday night sports, Friday night. Now Penintana say ye do kwada akan and you know Wednesday night, and then you may obabe transna beja for Ade agudi hunsem abba. So from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we're going to have Monday night sports, midweek sports. Me yanshase. Na me chance say me nka obetra.
Me worry, me fight out.
Okay, you fight me.
No, like me.
Oh, no, you are telling the whole world that you fight me.
Me funny.
Me sister mpese me wure nkuna ya obra. Asante ebo aka kire me say. Ade isi ampese me de wure ba no no ye fighter.
Me apprentice man ye funny hane me mafichiri.
Asante wako soja ba na.
Soja. Soja na de man wako soja. Oh my, and I say we travel and throw. Yes, oh my, this is the only other so.
Oh, Bianca, she wanna. Oh, so Uncle Pello, baby. Nobody has said anything.
Oh my, the bus road and in the house of folk, and your crowd will be supported by force.
Oh, baby, I just say.
Is it? Presenter for Masema come. See, I'm for say.
I am for say. As a Bianca, and the people are telling you, people bay. What I say. Oh, Bianca, she won our Masema.
People are saying I should come and contest.
I should come.
Why not say come and contest?
I was easy, but I don't work. I also go independent.
That is really no good.
It's a month for say the woman ran a juma
on penny or person say you get your permanent.
Answer money up on that.
Oh, go independent. I was so dear, and Mamma will be beaten by Baba. I had a beam check your woman.
Omanya horn, or the letter, man.
And this is they will not tolerate nonsense.
Was it as Sikaji and Dawes, no so Nisika? The Prime Minister Nisiko, don't you?
Oh, to already party back, we said that you to
Baba Jama could DMP.
So you need to so because independent. Baba
friend. Baba so also president.
I know they are told you all French. Okay, let's get the headlines making news. Kesol Atu-Forson is the finance minister. And yesterday he laid a value for money office bill before Parliament. Let's hear him why that bill. Kesol Atu-Forson. Okay. If it's not ready, let's move on. Airport renaming doesn't require parliamentary approval. Transport Minister. Now, Asamba ko kaya or say the fact say now Kotoka International Airport is Accra International Airport doesn't mean that the codes. On say in aviation they use codes. And to one say Ogofro even our na say passion. Obon say our for issue AW. Passion for issue OP. To have your flight number OP145 has landed. Flight passengers traveling on flight number OP170 should proceed to Wanwang and Wanwang on the image. Or sister codes. And an airport be out the code. Gatwick or code. Heathrow, Schiphol, all Jeff Kennedy nominate all the international, they have their codes. But I'll say answer. Because the best son can be hard pa. They will have to do some configuration in their way. The only thing I want to be Shema Accra International Airport. Because Obi free a ba American Oba, Delta Airline Eba Street no. Onim say code way no they back to car. And the passenger nim. It's almost the board no be sure now could you yeah, almost say oh check it time where you be ba. Almost say code no ba.
Yeah, code.
You almost say be Accra. Maybe I 0156671. Now him say oh your destination is Accra. So any man say answer. On Sunday nyina you worried say it will cost the taxpayer or say nothing will change. Mostly
It came as a result of the NLCD 309. It was a decree that was brought to set a trust to cater for the families of Kotoka and other soldiers who were killed along that time. And it happened that he was killed at the forecourt of the airport. The good news for us is that all these organizations that control aviation, since the name change of Accra to Kotoka, have not changed the country code. Akawo still maintains the country code DGAA. Ayata and Akawo still maintain the country code ACC. So there's nothing to change at the international level. The only thing to change is the signages and the billboards that we have. But Kotoka as a company, they already have the vendors who produce their letterheads on daily basis for them. So it's not a new contract. It's just a matter of Kotoka is now out. The same vendors who were doing their letterheads, their stamps, are the same companies to continue to now change. Just a removal of.
If we are ready, can we have Ato Forcing on the value for money office bill?
Seek to address the value for money office bill. Seek to address chronic inefficiencies in the public financial management system, particularly those arising from inflated contracts, abandoned projects, cost overrun, and wasteful spending. By institutionalizing a value for money framework, this bill aims to ensure that every cedi spent by the government delivers the maximum possible benefit to citizens in terms of economy, efficiency, effectiveness, equity, and sustainability. Furthermore, the establishment of the Value for Money Office will create a specialized and independent oversight institutions with the technical mandate to conduct value for money assessment, issue value for money certificate before major contracts are awarded, monitor compliance, and ensure sanctions where violations occur. The overarching objective is to ensure fiscal discipline, reduce waste, promote public confidence, and strengthen the governance and accountability architecture of the country. Mr. Speaker, the bill also seeks to institutionalize value for money oversight and transform public financial management landscape of the country by reducing contract inflation and wasteful expenditure and ensuring uniform pricing across government. Finally,
Yankweni. Minority say a kwanya abino entimi fanchire mu Emma Parliament on Burkina Faso attack no. It leaves much to be desired. Let's hear Intim for Joe.
After several days of the news, the reported news of the killing of 8 Ghanaian tomato traders in Burkina Faso in a terrorist killing, we have waited for over a week. None of the ministers, Minister for Foreign Affairs, Minister for Defense, Minister for Interior, none of them had the courtesy to appear before us in Parliament to even update us. And the exercise of our oversight responsibility, the minority joint committees of Foreign Affairs, of Defense and Interior, and Security and Intelligence, we wrote and insisted and summoned the 3 ministers of the security sector governance with the Foreign Affairs Minister, i.e. the Minister for Interior and National Security, the Minister for Defense, and the Minister for Foreign Affairs to appear before the Joint Committee of Defense and Interior, Security and Intelligence, and Foreign Affairs, so that we will hold them to account for them to update us what occurred, what contributed to the attack, and what has been done so far, government's response, and what has to be put in place. Clearly, there was failure on the part.
This morning, I really doff my heart to Dr. Titus Kofi Bayu. I listened to his submission in Parliament yesterday concerning the death of this hit and run victim, Charles Amisa. Parliament really deliberated on the issue. Ansana Yura Babin Ade Asamono Ebe Basawama Health Committee no. Yentie Lambusi Mrashebejani, Dr. Titus Kofi Bayu, or doctor near or a board member of Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Yentie no.
Survive. They must survive. The minority leader mentioned his BP at the beginning. At Kolebu, when they checked the BP in the ambulance monitor, it had come down to 84/56. That is someone who is just about dying. So if they could at least set a line and run some fluid in transit, a lot of patients will survive. So the model that allowed them to only scoop and run must be changed. And their training must be upgraded so that have paramedics that are specialized to be able to provide some basic care. But in conclusion, attitude is our biggest problem. All of this will not change if the attitude does not change. May I stand on this to appeal to my colleague health workers. Look at that next patient, that it could be you, it could be your father, it could be your mother. It doesn't have to be another doctor calling you before you create a bed and accept the patient. Because the one that can call, maybe you may be the one unconscious who will call on your behalf. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Owia no Naira Babin, tasked the health committee said in 2 weeks they should investigate and report. Meanwhile, we are told say, the nurses, the 2 nurses and the doctors on duty have been interdicted or indicted to some extent. Yentie Yira Babin, the final statement on the issue of Charles Amisa.
Of the ministry or the Kolebu Hospital. This house should take keen interest in what happens. And so I'll direct our committee on health to take all the reports that will come from the ministry, the Kolebu Hospital, or wherever, and go deeply into it. We have to take control. We need to inquire further into the matter, and we need to hold people accountable. This is one of the needless deaths we have experienced in this country. At the end of the day, I will urge the House for us to legislate on the matter. We need to pass an emergency care law. Emergency care law on this matter.
Baben, can't say, Emra Shebe, your fee for the friend emergency care law, Emra. Now, Dr. Grace Ayensu Dankwa, a Deputy Minister for Health, a renowned surgeon, and I can say, Abayano Nimuhayano is going to tackle the no bed syndrome. Bekai Brebi, this no bed syndrome came up past until some Bekaya. A major issue, concrophobic or kolebuma. You see, in Ghana, Sadi we debia yameka. We are so interested in a knee-jerk reaction. Quick fix situation. Asem si obi e kan bi na nya ye na. Adam fu bi ka chem say Omanhene adasem beto of free tablets ni nyina ka chem say mesrem. Mon fa me sponsor into front page. Yeah. Omom de ko shem fifia ye nya ikanda. Daily guide let the front page, daily graphic, Ghanaian Times ni nyina nko front page. News for no. From morning, afternoon, evening. Owia Ade Kyeɛ Yakawie. The next morning,
different news will come.
There will be gatekeeping for different news. It's here no so bebano, be a refuge. To the assembly, you said, Danya, a moment from Cochet, page 3. There's here can ye, the infant front page. As I'm just more kind, Wabwa. Wabwa.
Almost in Nigeria for journalism, there. Almost said that. Assemble community cancer, Ben, now what you mean.
Now what you mean.
Nigeria,
you CNN between the 6 months. A developing story. A BBC normally had it. When it is a human interest story, they don't just let
it go. So you bet in one day I come a wufu in Abeti. Would you get it? One day no. As I say, busy I cannot know. Also TV, be and do 1 hour no.
Yeah.
But is that
what is the solution? What is the issue?
Policy makers, journalists, they say always want to inform the public.
Asante, some journalism, as you are saying, they will force the policy maker to make policy. Because when you drum home morning, afternoon, evening, no bed syndrome, 2019, and no crowd it became an issue for about a week or two. As a sign. But I say, we are so quick to throw away an issue and deal with the next.
That one is it.
Ya can't cover 2 weeks new. One measures immediately abiding it to her. Ubi said by an ye can a dakun will be a kodaya and ka abiding to animal. Yano took on a kojina a former. You see, a nippon be on now. A yaw munya castle. Yow, asama base ni a car, or say, Mamu fee MP before now. Say, see a crown wookie and in a way a better off. One hour me say me a better off. Watch me 11 million free music as well. Or say, Emre be grana says he can out me talk cement 24 bags pay. Say, see out me talk 25 into we are better off. Now, or you better off or soon so you're better off. Or to kono, one special advisor agribusiness. One bring 24-hour economy now. Share my agribusiness ring now. Am kokwasi. Doctor to kono. Share your phone before. Manosi. Ya mami sha se free o mami ti o.
Ahonyanko mo ye papa ya obo na basi lambusi mrase begene Dr. Titus Benyu. Ena me bona baso na me ya se maame no Grace Ayensu the video no production for no
ensem bia o kake kai
ensem be o starting in common free Emma ekodru baby say even speaker of parliament catch and say enkomo na wudi no o say no na go back to the basics ogina hwa ma afi na enkomo no ese wie no and all come back afi dru baby no Mahama Yariga had to come in.
Stood the part on behalf of
a medical.
Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to comment. Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to comment on the statement made by the Honorable Minority Leader. Mr. Speaker, The death of any Ghanaian in this matter is unfortunate. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family and the loved ones of the deceased, and also to the entire nation. Mr. Speaker, I am the Deputy Minister of Health and also a traumatologist. In other words, I'm trained as a trauma surgeon specialist and consultant. Mr. Speaker, the event that led to this unfortunate incident and demise of the gentleman is tragic and should not happen. Mr. Speaker, in surgery, we call this a never event. Mr. Speaker, a never event is an event that should never happen. Under no circumstance, Mr. Speaker, should a human being die this way. Mr. Speaker, this was the previous government started the Agenda 111 project, Mr. Speaker. Agenda 111 at the end of 8 years, Mr. Speaker. There was not one single hospital. I'm not engendering debate. I'm just trying to explain the circumstances. Mr. Speaker, Agenda 111. At the end of 8 years, Mr. Speaker, there was not one single hospital that was operational. Mr. Speaker, in fact, what we came to meet was multiple hospitals littered around the country, some of them at foundation level. There was not one hospital that a human being could walk in. However, they had spent millions and billions of Ghana cedis, to the extent that, Mr. Speaker, the Auditor General surcharged 35 contractors 7.9 million. And the refund that the Auditor General, Service surcharged.
Honorable Deputy Minister, please focus on the...
Expressing our condolence to the family of Charles Semisa for this tragic loss.
Speaker Sabe Mukrama Edu baby Speaker Kachen say, Mamenka Semencho, I was a Minister of Health before you cause a ministry. Meaning what goes on in the health sector. Papa Titus Ben you now Kasayeno. He spoke as an expert. Why you Ghana ha? Unim Ghana health sector no die kom and the kum, especially when Okasafa Ghana for your attitude. No appeal to ni fellow health workers. So besre unum. Say enche mane meyo mame, enche mane meyo unia, enche mane meyo papa ansana. Was sorry say enakunta Ghana ye problem ye attitude enye bibia. Attitude. Akuta he asema ye ken say no bed, no bed, no bed, no bed no. Edu baby Speaker Buzan say and right the patient ne ba no. Say at times more doctors no say you so serious mutimi treating ambulance was say aye. So why then we ubeka che say a bed intina ambulance no oxygen wo ambulance nim enti small ade a mo betima here to sustain him mo friend say obegina stable conditioner mo betima moving no toward no doctors mo ye ade na mo anye na we ye de kofa agenda 111 baby a me ma me no ne nam a me fi say ase no osen komo no yesa konta e bia nka ase bi ba ye yese car no bo no e wo manso kwanta me de example car no bo no manso kwanta no esan say hospital bi ani manso kwanta ntino ye de ne to kam si ye de ne ba be kwai ena wa be wu ne nam kwa mu a ye ba no na obewu ye then agenda 111 asem e ba say okay hospital na ban ne started say say ka musi wie ya enka manso kwanta no nke bia agenda da 111 hospital ni bi on ticket ne koy e ma ne baby asemi si rage ene ne die ne
na o man fa na hospital but there back wa opening bay you no honorable kan mani gi ho say paramedics na omo de nipa no eba no omo nsua se omo betimi ama omo training omo betimi abo line
yes
also we call hospital ayema infusion omo de nsuo bi ni ade siu so
yes
nipa no o se 8056 just obi a wawu ano no but say paramedic no o se mo nye sa pick and run
yes
I say ye fa wa near the ambulance near the wababa ye nya wo hwe na wo daka ni mu no He said, say, yamma, sa ambulance for no training. Omo do raka anymore. I realize they say if senior hospitals, ER, so no many adeno. Nipa na oba be found no. Obu a form of crown no. Say, ukwa collapse here. Omo to me resuscitate you. Etimi yama. Utimi e bankwam ansa na omo de watum. Aha de wu a yetam wa na de wawuram na ambulance. Enti say kwan mu no bebre wu. Asama papa ne kai no enu hia pasa ambulance operators no omo ye adwuma wo Ghana ambulance service no do they have that requisite training say obi wa ometumi ama no first aid bi ama nipa na bankwam ana enu no say sa yetam wo de watum ye de wo kɔ no yenye dai yen upgrade omu training no na onye te say nurse ni a obetumi abo line na sa line no ebetuma genipa no nkwa
ebia odaka ne mokra no ade na eridi wo so no se otimi eridi ehu a se na Dr. Titus Ben Yoka no o my number ne say na the person was around say
856
na just
the pressure no
nipa no fa ne to ambulance ma ade no kra ye kwen na reading kra bi kra onim onte ase but ke ebia medical doctor na so a nurse ni a ohun sa de na reading the meaning na obe no o si ye bibia anya sa nipa no obe ansa na ye de na adru hospital but ne nyina mu na kwentahwe there are instances a obi yare ye de na adru hospital especially sa de we etesi anwumre pa akunta so the patient akọ hospital bi government hospital anwumre obekọ akoto nurses obekọ akoto ebi kra se doctor ne share ne office kra obekọ akoto nurses ne ne hia attitude omo de beba be hia ne do ba bi kra wheelchair no omo piama o fane si wheelchair ni ne pia di machi ebi wono mo kra age se ekwa akodu point omo hu se nipa na ede na ba na eye nipa asumasi anase bia o nipa kese anase bia onimpani bi ma pani ne frɛ obo se ho na no ohu ba bia se doctors and nurses ni nyina wo omo nyina di America ba ne afi bebusa se ade na ye no ede but ede ne ba first no obi amfi no e bia at that point ne so na nka sa energy na mo de ba ye no ka mo de ko no ho a ke bia nka mo de gene
there are other nurses or night patient ne ba the reception de be man kra ma patient ne ho to no kra sa ne amane pa enye nurse ni nyina o me see nurse bi o ho no ma o say a patient who on nsem a otumi su
yes
enye na busuani o
nyo no mpo na aye ama na wu
me see there are some patients there are some nurses they will try their best to see to say it is say amasa Besime nim nurse ni ayi patient. Patient subre bi sa. Ofra me nam se adai. No su. Adai a o se. Papa bi obeda. Wo nam se na wo ya nurse ni nipa wo on sam sa o se bi. He does not want one patient so be wo on him. She did everything throughout the night. Do you know what happened? Ono no ja ho anopa no koye no
next person
am 10 o'clock na nipa na wu
next person no buy no
utie me nipa na buy no so be monitor papa no o man e draw so the man no I'll take you over we no ja no so kodidi aba me wa na juna na critical no ono no patient no etimi save doctor no man e ma mo so e na ne vital stars ni bibia ye okay the hand over man no about 10 oba ye na nwumre na no ba so be take over no okwa akohwe na okọ she was so pain she cried adentra the ono no ebe yiri no onfa ho
David
ya wana sini bi ono ma ono anwo kire bi na bu ano a okonya asa school ko enye ni tiri mu adwene so obeye nurse ni da
ana akobi kan say me ye we na me nya adwuma pa
me di teacher na me nya adwuma pa ma ko
means adwuma na wo ye oni pass no de ma adwuma na ye sa say be a medro no me ni ba bia fa
ni kai ni nyina na kwa me nkruma na omo kan say we na me bu afu kwa me nkruma and Nkrumah saw this at Polo and said but Ghana we need to change our attitude. We need to change our mind. Wanye hu adwuma.
Na obi attitude no be ende.
Asante. What I'm saying is say Kwame Nkrumah consciously niema ne saa mmerɛ sɛ ne nipa gyi ne die no ɛyɛ sɛ yɛ attitude meba
asante through our education
no asante ya wo bi ho no ma ya wo bi ho to be share ne ne na ne su ne banye wasesa ɛyɛ kasa ɛne consciously say nipa mema na dwe patriotism ye di wura atetefo no mu no ye tam ye di wura wo
say Ghana na mo run no Ghana pedem
you bet must start here free baby
we can start from somewhere and we shouldn't complain about it
I say we
je dem say make can say Ghana high one omo enura Tatos Bewio a hero because he did politicize the whole thing. And he was talking like Yaboma was saying from the expert point of view. But I never be across to Ghana have be a politics. Share assemble banana man for be jejirema. Na enye take political trend do. And some PCC power bad because my make say me come who dey go see a doctor bi. I say Yakobo pharmacy bi Yakobo doctor. Senka dey who say bi a doctor na yem people and this near. Say nka parliament as regime. But now me say it hasn't taken a political trace now yet. So we mu na nyoma semtino. Asana koda but we no hwe bebe akwa do parliament. That's where I benya the kind of merit asemi here. In the Ghana be bia the politics. Na hwete sam asam pese mekanie. Asam ne ba o ma he. Omo de ne ko hospital miensa. Omo so de ko police hospital. Omo de ne ko Accra Regional Hospital. Ena kolebu nko ana as I institute sanctions na other hospital mi ndo mo yede omo ntimi nsa mpanimfo na omo ntimi ntwoma so hwe na mo yabo mamo kan se mi sa medics no say ambulance medics no me madam fu bi yi mpanimfo no baako komo bi woni mi di pa odimi say abantu mo fa ne wo obi hit and run obi na abo no e na to kan and that time no ma funders this difficult say benya medical officer bia o timba se bia nka o hospital dan komre ko different hospital nka doctor bi betimi edi akire anase nurse bi betimi edi
asante betiase ba what am say papa na sem no nya say wo se unya medical doctor edi akire
meba
ambulance ni no
me no ya adwen
we should have an elementary
knowledge ni nyina ni say I was say in terms of recruitment of this EMS no yenya doctors ni medical staff bi a omo experience befra because on my way munim do omo ya de pa sa EMS for no do omo ya de pa oxygen no and omo no na pa na oxygen be jo nkwankwa na ya only problem
it's not enough
me can omo de oxygen provisions since anema no and omo do hospital kwa na and am so omo na ndo obamu oxygen omo de mountains omo do so omo be so omo tese wo kwa na omo mpene but it should go beyond that going forward you know I was saying nya nurse yenya doctors na ye o memo aye doctor kwatu baby wo so wonko besi ne wate wo yenya ne hwe okoya na aye political angle na because a position take a leader so political decision tino if we do voter region kro be so wonko kumase wa manso wo so wonko ebesi ne wo su miwa o man so boka na training enti o ma yasem na ye kana ho ye be kana hwete sa na me ka besu se o man panyi mama lanche wa mahama ke this hospital best no me person ka metimpo I was saying ka by Friday say your man is serious pa procurement afre na bekwa na kwabra ni bi I was saying ka by next week Monday hospital bia me hu say me hia 20 best conference for hia we by next week also provided
sadie no
na mo ti what delay
the nurses and the doctors no more kolebo no as a scapegoat. See no crepa say a hospital bed na ni honoma. Why do you interdict doctor no? Why do you interdict nurse?
They almost say they did not attend to them.
Maba say ye the bright aba. Ye the bright dura say impeni ho. Mi jira ho. Say upon emergency ade empeni ho no mo. Akuta should tell you say ye pe bibi di akwa say dum ni adan ne ho akuta go to Komfanochi go to hwan ni de omoka no. No bed. Yes, me jitum say eniho enough but akunta emergency situation Komfanochi there are instances aunam Komfanochi emergency one ebi did that for me bi so ya the ambulance grab be see Komfanochi emergency one nurses and doctors jinam inside on mo attend to them
it will be say
enye it akunta nya bed asem it goes beyond flimsy excuse no mo dey my no
Said they have been raising
car
up
Bobby ambulance and akota ambulance no ho. So when you confirm say wawu a, wona wo ye nyame ani kro mo mfa wo nto ambulance nim. That is almost secret bako. Say Obakaya, there was an issue about Ghana Jumtini bi. You say ambulance, for ambulance, omo befie. Omo du fie ho no no. Ampedu. Ambulance onu hu say papa na wu. No omo catch rom say there be ntimi mfa no. Omo ntimi anka ncha busuafo no say owu. Omo so omo ntimi mfa no mu gya no koye. Entemre be ye issue no. And ambulance one the details say ba say omo du fie ho no. Omo hu say owu. No omo catch rom say omo frɛ a different ambulance. Na omefa papa no efafunu ambulance ne akotomudo na chese abranche no nwu yi o enti na omofa ne tu mu no sa akotomutimi di ni chirin ekọ Ridge Hospital ekọ a friend say police hospital esa bedu kolebu a na still not the ambulance ni mu a akonta enye bed asem
okay
yenya see dey ko say no bed syndrome somebody should tell Ghanaians say akota truth bi ohono mu a omo anye and no kusa young man no. Say bad the
best ya
confirm no emergency obi o tie ya no pay bi o se asma make on bi down confirm no on kan kire ambulance si ho na nurses ne doctors ewura ambulance ni mu ni pa bi okra taxi our taxi mu private car yetimi ba behwe no
ya bo ma de wo kan efasa no bed any excuse omo the ambulance say this week ambulance on be cast omo cars ne be say ho wan say
100 and something
want enso ye wa ha na mo ko procure this particular ambulance ka che say mama extra parts mo wo ho am betim ja repair
mo
omo de mo
right legend what's the latest since sports
I said the interphone go be animal
na
Inter Milan
meba bodo for no mo share Inter
omo shomo home and away
omo shomo say
home and away omo shomo
5-2 aggregate
yeah
meba eti no match na end this
2-1
bodo for no share Inter 2-1 ewo San Siro
every boy say Kofi Kese mu na ho aba
no mo ni mana bodo na share Manchester City 2-3 na omo krom and then we say omo
retain in very
why
but atwa for pa enim go say
omo share 3-1 o
yes tenim say kan Inter for the ni bre
massage
and nature say
and I enjoyed Madrid Atletico Madrid and a Club Brugge I think their food the omo match the name more day but you say how many qualify
for now there say Atletico Madrid qualify and Bodo qualify nti e hwe ni mu Newcastle qualify
Newcastle say kara wan for so now say fairy tale
they send the almost 6-1 way nti na no get say dem better show mo
Newcastle qualify
and Bayern Leverkusen qualify
it is a see no English team say na call
English teams for now don't mean qualify.
Arsenal, City,
Liverpool,
Newcastle, Liverpool.
Yeah. Wow. Tottenham,
Chelsea.
Yeah.
6. Eden Bakobeji.
Oh. Legend na mfa ho.
Why? They say Eden Bakobeji.
E say Madrid ho basa so ho.
Na ba cho we no so ye Carabao ne hwan ni bia. Ana we ye Ghana de bia.
We the miss of the year. Miss of the year.
Players ni bofu no.
We no mo bobo no bo no.
Player no bo na say man record. Player no de bo but say man record.
Asante.
Na do ko to say ya bobo.
Now ya bobo no bobo ya to
na you know dey. We trabet.
Asante. O say ma police vote.
No, it's any players. You see it should be detained. Say player bobo la send you go bobo no. Send bobo. No.
But ya can't tell say be ade awaye.
There have been so many
misses. Sitters. Velocities.
Abrante ya.
Aguero mu nyina ne Ibrahimovic
relegation.
They are not Liverpool called Chelsea.
Baua.
Debbie.
Liverpool. Fernando
Torres in to omukobo no. Messi has said chance of being in so much.
We almost relegation.
Relegation.
We have to actually.
Who is why you be a Juma man?
So what you bet?
I be a shocking no.
Nah, right told you good you say that but we'll be back. Stay with us.
I want to bet.